So around a few weeks ago, I had this conversation with an artist called Jendi, and he's used Meta conversion ad campaigns to grow his own playlist and to go from 0 to 1.5 million monthly listeners in just a few years. And I thought that was pretty clever. And I also remembered that this is a strategy that not a lot of artists and not a lot of record labels, just people in general, use, because that is very powerful. And that's, again, the same strategies that you use to gain millions of monthly listeners. But not only that, you can use it as an asset for your own music, and especially as an artist. You can use it to build an asset for your own music and then go on to, like Submit Hub, Playlist Push, Groover, to then become a curator and monetize your playlist. So you not only get streams from your own playlist that you grow on your own, with ads, and that's not full of bot and weird shit, but you can actually, again, make it an income as well. Just in case you don't know me and that is the first time we meet, my name is Giovanni and I run a music marketing tech startup called Smart Noise and also an agency called Noiselash. And I decided to not edit my videos because I decided that you watching are not a goldfish. So this is a low dopamine type video, and I hope this is helpful. But I basically want to show you exactly how you can replicate the same strategy and how you can grow your own playlist with conversion ad campaigns, and how you can, again, grow monthly listeners, streams, algorithmic playlists, and grow your own playlist as an asset so you can monetize your music. So let's do that. I'm going to be using Smart Noise because that's our platform, but feel free to try it because we have a free trial, but that is a concept that will work even if you want to launch campaigns directly from Meta. And I'm also going to give you a few resources as well, like video templates to really, give you as many resources as possible for you to implement this strategy. So right now I'm inside my own Smart Noise account that I use for my own band, Slow Chamber. And I've started a campaign for a playlist around a few weeks ago, even though I started it like months ago, but then I just stopped it. But I wanted to resume this, to, make this video and hopefully help you do the same. And if we look at the analytics from our Spotify for Artists dashboard, we can see that in the last 30 days, the playlist has now 600 followers, so not that many. But we were able to generate almost 700 streams with 121 listeners, which is great, because that means that because the playlist has multiple of our songs, people are listening not just to the first song, but they are playing the playlist, and we are getting multiple plays on our songs, which is great. So the first thing that you obviously need is a playlist. So let's start with that. The point is this: you want to have a branded playlist. So it can be like this one, hardcore metal jams, can be indie workout, can be gym workout, can be anything really. So you want to make it coherent to your brand and to your music, so if you're a band, if you're an indie pop artist, you just want to brand it in a way that makes sense for you. And then the point is this: you want to have, I would say 30 songs ish, maybe more. But the point is this: you want to have your songs in like as many songs as possible included in the playlist. And you don't want to have just like all your songs as the first, 10 songs, because that's kind of, you want to have each and every song to be yours. And then you need to include other artists or bands inside the playlist. And that is not just, because that doesn't look very good, but it also because when you have your music streamed in the same playlist with other artists that make sense with you, you would also get actually a decent algorithmic boost, because you are signaling to Spotify, hey, these are the artists and bands that I sound similar to, because other people are listening to both, which is going to, again, feed the Spotify algorithm and help you with, algorithmic plays, which is the biggest source of streams for artists nowadays, because, editorial playlists are not that relevant anymore, in my opinion, unless you are like a huge artist. So you want to leverage algorithmic playlists as much as possible, especially if you are an indie artist, but like every artist in general anyway. So the way you do this is you can start with like $5 per day. You don't have to start with like huge budgets. And again, I'm going to show it to you from Smart Noise just because it's much easier, but then you can, again, replicate the same strategy directly from Meta. Yeah, it's fine. So one thing I would mention, if you want to try it from Smart Noise, we have Playbooks, which is a collection of music marketing strategies that you can implement by using Smart Noise different tools and features. But there are also other things included, like content templates. So for example, if you wanted to implement this same strategy and campaign, we are also going to give you templates that you can use to make video ads that are proven to convert. So you don't need to go like blind and not knowing what works, because here you have templates and they are literally, just copy and paste and you can use them. So let's go back to campaigns and let's launch this campaign right here. So I have a campaign already running right now, and it's generating listeners for around 23 cents each, which is not bad. I mean, this could be improved, but to be completely honest with you, I don't work on this campaign much. I've launched it and I haven't done pretty much anything else, So this might be improved, but so I want to go to campaigns and then launch the campaign. So create campaign, and then I'm gonna choose promote Spotify playlist. And the same way that you would do it on Meta, you would give it a name. So let's just call it playlist V1, add account, the same thing that you would do on Meta, but I'm going to do it on Smart Noise. So I can, not that one, but this one, I can select my ad account very easily. Facebook page, boom. Instagram account will be automatically connected. Facebook pixel, domain, let's just call it test playlist 1, 2, 3. The conversion API token is actually a key part of your Meta conversion ad campaigns, because that is basically a piece of code that will improve your targeting and tracking and conversions even more. But I'm not going into details. You would basically need to have a smart link and a landing page separately, install your pixel and conversion API token by going to your Meta events manager and doing a bunch of tech stuff. But with Smart Noise, you don't have to. So, and then I'm going to choose that for the playlist link. I'm just literally grabbing the link here. Cool. So what Smart Noise is going to do is it's going to create a landing page, a smart link with the Facebook pixel, the conversion API token, and then the link to this playlist. And the whole campaign will actually optimize for clicks on that landing page to the playlist instead of just clicks on the ad, which don't mean pretty much anything, So you will always optimize for listeners and actually like real people to do the stuff that you want them to do instead of just clicks. Okay, that's cool. So budget, $5 per day is fine. You can use whatever. And here's the fun part. So I want to, target fans of like people who might be interested in this playlist. So in this example, for my own band, we are a metal hardcore band. So I know that we sound somewhat similar to this band, maybe also this other band, maybe let's see. These other bands. So what Smart Noise is doing now, based on the bands and artists that I'm using as an input right now, it's going to give me all the interests on Meta that I can actually target that are artists similar to the ones that I use as an input. So I don't have to do audience research for like half an hour and not knowing what I can target, because Smart Noise basically does it for me. I'm just going to remove a few interests that might not make sense, because we do it just in case, some interests populate that still might make sense, but except for the two that I just deleted, all the other ones actually make perfect sense. Except this one. But that's it. So I'm also going to narrow the targeting to people also interested in Spotify, so I can reach actually music, like actual music listeners. And then I'm going with tier 1, I believe. With this campaign, I also went with tier 2 countries. So it's up to you. We've actually found out that sometimes tier 2 countries, even though they are cheaper, they might not produce the best results. So I will start with tier 1. And if the cost is really high for some reason, you can go with tier 2 to make it cheaper. But my advice is, when the cost is high, you don't really solve it by going to cheaper countries. You would just improve it by working on better video ads, better music in general. So a high cost is just an indication that there is something wrong, not necessarily just you need to go with cheaper countries. Placements, I would go with stories and reels, because these are the best performing placements that we found. So just go with that, honestly. Age and gender, that's fine. For the creatives, let's see if I can find the ones that I've used. Okay, they are probably way back. So I'm just going to use an ad that that I'm that I used recently to sell merch on our store, but obviously you will need to upload one that actually makes sense for growing a playlist. And I can show you what ours look like, and it's very simple. It's just, you know, a video in the background, the name of the playlist, the cover art, and then 4 fans off. That's very simple, but that works pretty well, especially because you don't want to necessarily trick people into clicking. You want people who are really interested in music, and even if the cost per conversion is slightly higher, you are getting people who are actual music fans who want to listen and discover new music. So I think that's perfect. So yeah, you can also find this template in the template section when you look at the playbook here on SmartNoise. So yeah, so my suggestion will also be to test multiple ads, because that is usually best practice. You know, you don't want to just rely on one video. You want to test, you know, 2, 3. In this example, I have 3 running. They are all very similar, but they use different songs from our album, and they also feature different videos in the background. And you can see the cost is fairly similar, although this one is actually the cheapest. So that is great. After a while, you will just need to, you know, turn one off maybe and let the best performing running. So I'm just gonna hit continue. This one you can skip it for now, and then that's it. Once everything looks good to me, I would just hit publish. If you do it on Meta, you will need to have the landing page with the link and the pixel and the conversion API, know what interest you can target. So it's a little bit more time consuming and like complicated. So that's why we actually made SmartNoise, but again, feel free to use whatever you want. And then yeah, once the campaign is running, obviously the thing that you need to measure is how much it's costing you per follower. Even though cost per follower is not necessarily the main metric, you also want to look at are people actually listening to the songs on the playlist, because obviously getting followers is great, but if they don't listen to the playlist and to your songs and to all the songs, it doesn't really matter, you know. So you can check it directly from the Spotify for Artists backend. You know, you can clearly see what is the what are the results from the playlist, which is actually another bonus from like having your own playlist, because you can not only see what are people doing on the playlist, but you can actually, you know, control the entire thing, you know. So that is, yeah, it's a very powerful and very good strategy. So in my case, like I said, I'm getting 23 cents per new listener, which is okay. What I would potentially do is, actually I'm going to do that now. I'm going to turn off this one and also this one. So okay, there you go. So this one is the only one that will be running, because that is I actually paused the wrong one. Jesus Christ. Okay, that is correct now. Yeah. So this is the one that will be running, and I can also get, you know, the entire breakdown on the cost per conversion on all the different countries, devices, placement. So it's just to, you know, give you as much data as possible to make good decisions and to understand exactly how the campaign is going. So this is it. It is a very easy strategy, but that's also very powerful. In the playbook section, you can also find, you know, different strategies to not only grow on Spotify, but to collect fan data. This one in particular is using the SmartNoise lifetime pre-saves, which is a feature we have, so your fans can pre-save all your future videos with just one click instead of just the next one. Plus you will be collecting, you know, fan data, and I will probably have to blur the email, but you can see that you can see their email, their name, location, where they came from, and you can also see what are the things that they do, you know. So all the different actions. So when they pre-save, when they open your emails, that SmartNoise automatically sends to them when you have a new song, you know. So it's very powerful. So if you want, we have a completely free trial if you want to give it a try. But yeah, I mean, I hope this was helpful. Obviously, if you have questions, feel free to let me know, and feel free to reach out to our amazing SmartNoise team if you want to. But yeah, that's it. Was a fairly quick video. I hope this was helpful. Again, also let me know if you like this like very chill style of video, because I don't want to treat people like goldfishes anymore. I just want, you know, like record these videos as if we were in the same room having a coffee while, you know, going through music marketing stuff. So again, until the next one, I hope this was helpful. Take care.